And welcome in, everybody, to another episode of 10-Year-Olds Take. I'm Brad Radici alongside
Kevin Radici here, guys.
Kevin, it is the weekend before Thanksgiving. It's a slow weekend in college football, so we're going to talk about the college football playoff rankings, a couple big games that might happen this weekend that might move the spots on the chessboard. Also, of course, we'll talk the Seminoles and NC State. So, it's going to be busy. But first, I have to ask you, for Thanksgiving, what is your favorite item on the menu?
I don't know what we're having.
Well, I mean, it's Thanksgiving. We
Like-
have turkey
Turkey legs.
legs. Do you like fried turkey or baked turkey?
Like the turkey they have at Disney, that kind of turkey leg.
We need to get a turkey leg
At
when
Disney.
we're down there. Yeah, so typically we are down somewhere else with our big family of
Which is
65 plus.
Kind of scary.
But this year we're breaking off. We're visiting my daughter Kristen down in Orlando this weekend, or this week. So we will have to do a turkey leg at one of the parks.
Dad, I feel you.
But we'll be missing Pop-Pop's fried turkey. That's usually a big staple.
I normally never eat it.
Okay. Let's talk football. Florida State, NC State. It's Friday night. Florida State, here's some big things for them. They're 6th in the nation in third down on offense. NC State, 124th in defensive third down percentages. FSU, they lead the all-time series 27-16. Oddly, Kev, NC State has won 5 of the last 6. The Noles, though, they're favored by 4.5 points. Florida State should be able to stay on the field.
Wait, you're telling me they've won the last 6 games we've played?
5 out of 6.
How? Do we beat them 2013?
Well, remember, we've had Willie Taggart.
Oh,
And remember,
in history.
well, I don't even think this would cover Willie. This might be 5 out of 6 against Mike.
Yeah, it might be because that's the last 6 years. So maybe Mike's one of them.
Yeah. So anyhow, Noles, they should be able to stay on the field, convert third downs. This is finally a chance for Florida State to flip the script, right, Kev?
Yeah, this does feel like a game that FSU really has to take seriously. How do I say this? NC State has been really sneaky against us in the past years, but the numbers say the Seminoles should control the ball and the game today, so we're going to hope that happens.
Yeah, the Noles are still a top 10 offense. We were down there to watch them take on Virginia Tech. They handled Tech not early, but they handled them late. So we like the Seminoles and Mike Norvell to survive one more week. Kevin, let's talk about the updated college football playoff rankings that were released on Tuesday. Tell us the top 10.
Okay, at number 8, we got Notre Dame, who's gone 8-2, which is pretty. I see that. Number 8, we got Oklahoma, who's 8-2, just beat Alabama. We got Oregon, who's 9-1, in number 7. Number 6, we got Ole Miss, who's 10-1, not my favorite team. At number 5, we've got Texas Tech, who's 10-1. Georgia is 9-1, who's at number 4. And now for the top 3, the third-ranked team in the country is Texas A&M,
who plays Samford this weekend. Upset alert, Aggies. Samford's coming to town. I mean, they're only 1-10.
They're cooked. 10. They have not lost this season. They're 10-0. And the number 2 ranked team in the country, who are our friends, the Indiana Hoosiers.
Yes.
And at number 1, we got Ohio State 10-0.
Yeah, funny you kind of started at 8. There's 12 teams in the playoff. I know.
No, I said 9.
Okay, Notre Dame's 9th. And then, of course, you have Alabama checking in at 10, BYU, and Utah. So those 12 teams are in. The top 3, they're Ohio State, Indiana, A&M. They control their destiny for first-round byes. They're likely in kind of no matter what, because Ohio State will play Indiana. A&M is still looking in great shape. Georgia is really the best positioned one-loss team. Texas Tech, Ole Miss, they're sitting right there waiting for someone above them to slip. And Kevin, the one to watch is Oregon, isn't it?
Yeah, Oregon is at the 7th. The 7th place is the one to watch because if they beat USC, they're going to jump into the top 5.
Right.
It does not matter. And Oklahoma at 8 is very dangerous because they could blow this entire thing up.
That Oklahoma defense, as we talked about when we broke down that Alabama-Oklahoma game, although we did pick Alabama, the defense is legit. They are really doing well.
Or just Alabama's horrible.
Yeah, and Kevin, we're going to have a couple games of the week, but let's talk about the game of the week.
It's time now for the game of the week.
All right, this might be the biggest game of the weekend. It's USC heading to face the Oregon Ducks. Oregon's offense is stellar as usual, 34 points a game. USC, they allow more than 400 yards per game, a typical Lincoln Riley team, all offense, no defense. Oregon, they're 9-1, they're ranked 7th. A win keeps their playoff hopes alive. They're sitting good, but a loss could derail them and kick them out. USC would love to play spoiler. They've had a pretty good year, not a great year, but this is a time that, at home,
Anything can happen.
anything can happen. Again, the Ducks, they're at home. The question is whether USC's defense can get really 2 key stops to get their offense the ball and keep running up what they need to be a shootout game, right?
Dad, they better not get into a track meet with the Ducks because Oregon scores really fast. And if USC can slow down the pace, they've got a shot, but I wouldn't bet that would happen, really. I wouldn't bet on it.
Well, you can't bet on it. You're not old enough to bet.
Oh,
right?
I wish I could.
Your brother might place one for you, but, even he shouldn't be betting. We're not a gambling podcast here.
Are you sure we aren't?
No, we're not. So now if Oregon wins, major for them. They could jump into the top 5 and be in a pretty good position. Now, another team that's sitting pretty and needs to win to keep in the top 12 is Oklahoma. Missouri is trying to play spoiler this weekend. And you know what? Missouri, we go back to their rushing attack. They can run the football. Oklahoma, how do they handle beating Alabama? Now, the Sooners, they're 8-2. They're still alive for a top 8 playoff spot. Missouri, though, they're physical. They can control the tempo. The question is, can they control Oklahoma's defense? Now, if Missouri can grind the clock, this gets really interesting because Oklahoma's defense has been inconsistent a little bit, but they have been giving up big plays. They certainly gave up a few to Alabama, not a ton, but can the Oklahoma offense do enough against Missouri, who has a pretty good defense, to keep things going, right, Kevin?
Yeah, and if Oklahoma loses again, they're more than likely going to fall out of the top 10, maybe even into the mid-teens. This is a must-win for Oklahoma.
It's a must-win for Oklahoma. It's a must-win for Oregon if they want to stay in the playoff. So, Kevin, I guess the bottom line is, as we're a few weeks away, just 2 more regular season games, we don't know what's going to happen. We know that Ohio State, the Indianas, the Texas A&Ms, they could probably sustain a loss and be okay. It's the other teams that are sitting with 2 losses and those fringe 3-loss teams that have to be really careful. 3-loss teams have to keep winning. 2-loss teams can't lose. It's going to be crazy here the next couple of weeks.
But you know what I say? I say it's better to lose early.
Yes. Better to lose early. And
Like Alabama, they've won almost all of their other games, and they're in the top 10, so.
Yes, Alabama, oddly enough, even after losing to Oklahoma, they still control their own destiny. They have a cupcake this weekend. Their hard game is, if you can believe it, at Auburn. It's a night game, and Auburn is 4-1 against Alabama at night games. Auburn, I've covered them a long time. Crazy things happen in Jordan-Hare, certainly in night games and certainly against Alabama.
Auburn's cooked.
Auburn's cooked. I don't know. For how bad the season's been, it would be all forgived if they beat Alabama.
Last year they had a bad season, 9-4.
That's true, too. All right, folks, that's it for a 10-year-old's take. Next week, we will be recording from Walt Disney World. It'll be a special edition of a 10-year-old's take. Joining us, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, and of course, Kevin's favorite, Mary Poppins. Is that not your favorite?
No.
Okay. That's it.
Well, she is kind of good looking though.
Okay. We'll see you next time.